to my channel. My name's Kat, and this is A Soul Full of Books. Today I'm going to be telling you 10 bookish facts about me. I'm not really great at talking about myself, so I do have notes down here I'll be reading from, just because I did have to take some time to plan on exactly what I was going to say. So, alright, let's get into it. So first of all, not bookish fact at all, just warning. I do have 5 animals, and they will be running around behind me. That's why I always film with a dog bed behind me. So if you hear noises or if you see them, nothing I can do. Life of a pet mom. First bookish fact about me, we're taking it back old school. My first ever favorite chapter book series, there's actually 2. There's Joey Canto's Swallow the Key by Jack Gantos, and Super Fudge by Judy Blume. So, funny thing is, I didn't really know who either of these authors were until when I was in elementary school. We had a book fair, and I actually got to meet Jack Gantos. He signed all 3 of my Joey Pigza books and personalized them. They're at my dad's house, but I don't know, I met him and I thought he was so cool, even at like a young age. I picked up his books and went and read them, and to this day they remain one of my favorite middle grade, or honestly I think they're not even middle grade. They're one of like my most favorite beginner chapter books. So yeah, and then Judy Blume, I mean, come on, it's Judy Blume. I grew up in the 90s. She was everywhere, and she is a goddess. Super Fudge was my absolute favorite because of the fact that it had an older brother and a younger brother, and I had a younger brother, and I always just saw me and my brother as kind of like the 2 main characters. So yeah, my favorite books when I was a child. Bookish fact number 2. I have grown up my whole life in a family that fostered my love of literature. We were the type of family, every Saturday without fail, we would go to a bookstore and just go crazy. I, to this day, remember my mother would go towards the romance section, which was kind of like, you know, Fabio and big sweeping like men on the cover holding damsels in distress, and my dad would go towards historical nonfiction. My sister would go towards Dean Koontz, Stephen King, Chris Pike, R.L. Stein without fail. My brother would go towards like Artemis Fowl, Redwall, and R.A. Salvatore books, and I would head straight to Judy Blume. Anything, not even gonna lie, anything with the Backstreet Boys on them. I loved reading nonfiction as long as it was about celebrities. My tastes have widened considerably, but yeah. My family fostered such a love of literature in me. To this day, I still remember those unique family outings. So that's a really important fact about me. Reading books, in my mind, is the same as spending time with family, because when I'm reading, I have that memory of them. So, number 3. I used to be that kid who read 5 books at once. My inner OCD Virgo is screaming at my childhood self. But yeah, I would take like 5 chapter books, spread them out on my table, read a chapter in one, close it, a chapter in the other, close it, so on and so forth. And I thought that was pretty cool. I don't even want to talk about it. That is one of my humiliating bookish facts. Bookish fact number 4. My favorite series of all time, without fail. Can you guess? Harry Potter. I'm sorry, guys. I love Harry Potter. I grew up on Harry Potter. Again, school book fair. Those were the books we purchased. Me, my older sister, and my younger brother had 3 completely different bookmarks, and we would share the one Harry Potter book, and we would have each of our bookmarks holding the place we had reached. So again, Harry Potter reminds me of family, and it's also such just dang good book. It's so good. I have the movie series, and unfortunately my younger brother got the hard copy books because I went through this weird minimalist phase, so I do need to start collecting those again. First edition, hardback, all the way. 5th bookish fact, and this is something I want you guys to comment down below about your favorite environment for reading, because my 5th bookish fact is I have the ideal setup for like pristine reading conditions. I sit on my couch, I have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, or like a cup of hot cocoa, and I have 70s classic rock blaring from my Pandora. That is just like perfect. I read so well in that condition, and like, sure, I can read in silence, but for some reason, just like that 70s music comes on, I get in this relaxed groove, and that's my picture of heaven. So if you guys have any like cool things or like unusual things you like to listen to, drink, eat, do while you're reading, please let me know. Oops, that phone. Bookish fact number 6. I am 27 years old. I had to think about it for a minute. And I aspire to be an 80-year-old librarian. That's it. I want to be perceived as an old woman you should not approach, should not talk to while she's reading. You shouldn't even make noise near me, because just assume I'm always reading. And yeah, can't wait to be 80. Golden Girls, one of my favorite TV shows. Bless you, my dog. Golden Girl, one of my favorite TV shows. I just want to be them. And yeah, like, not that I'm stereotyping librarians. I doubt any librarian is like 80 and crotchety, but I want to be an 80-year-old crotchety librarian, and I'm 27, so you know my age, and you know the age I aspire to be. Bookish fact number 7. I live in Houston, Texas. Not a bookish fact, but probably something you need to know, because there will be multiple times I'm going to gripe about the heat, gripe about the humidity, maybe be on a beach. You should probably know geographically where I am. Bookish fact number 8. I have a lot of animals. I have 4 cats and a dog. This is by no means a ton of animals in my eyes, but apparently having 4 cats is kind of cuckoo for some people, so, you know. All of their names are extremely unique, and I'm going to run through them really fast just because people get a kick out of hearing, like, my thought process behind naming my animals. Bishop, who is, you know, the puppy you've seen in my book haul, and who I'm constantly petting. Bishop is Bishop Ramsey. All my pets have middle names. Bishop was named after Walter Bishop. If any of you guys have watched Fringe, loved Walter Bishop. Loved Walter Bishop. Loved him. And so Bishop got his first name from Fringe, and his second name is from Game of Thrones. There's a character on there named Ramsay. Not the best guy, but I liked the name, and I did get a kick out of watching some of his scenes, so, you know. Alright, and then we have my cats. starting from oldest to youngest, there's Theodore Russo. Theodore, out of Alvin and the Chipmunks, we call him Theo. Russo, his middle name is actually a combination of two cats I used to know. I took a couple letters from each of their names and just mushed it into Russo. Ajani Walker is our second oldest cat. Ajani, if any of you guys know what Magic the Gathering is, it's a card game, and there's a character or a creature on there named Ajani. He's a planeswalker, and so Ajani Walker. I also thought it was hilarious if you kind of slowed it down and like changed it around. You could say, I'd like a Johnny Walker. A Johnny Walker is an alcoholic beverage. Moving on. I have two twin girls. I call them twins because you can barely tell them apart. They're from the same litter, and one has yellow eyes and one has orange eyes. Pretty much the only way you can tell them apart. The funny thing about their middle name is actually their foster name. When we got them, we weren't planning on keeping them, so we actually gave them just kind of some cutesy little like funny eye-catching names. But then once we decided to keep them, I wanted to pay homage to where, you know, they had started out. So we have Bellatrix, obviously after Bellatrix Lestrange from Harry Potter. We have Bellatrix Adele after the singer. And we have Pepper. Pepper is after Pepper Potts, Pepper from American Horror Story, and Pepper as in Dr. Pepper. Pepper Beyonce. She was the runt of the litter, and I just like, I loved that on her. She was so adorable, so tiny, but like fierce. So that was her name. So yeah, those are my 5 animals. Sometimes they will make cameos in this video channel, but mostly you'll just hear them screaming or running after each other or trying to basically tear down my house. Bookish fact number 9. This is another one of those, eek, I don't want to tell you guys, but I think you should know why I have almost like 0 books in my collection right now. About 2 years ago, I decided to become a minimalist. I sold all my books, and I like consolidated them all onto ebooks. It would be an awesome time right now to have a TARDIS, so I could just like go back and smack myself in the face and say, you're not a minimalist, you're just causing yourself to have to go buy more books and spend more money. But yeah, that's a bookish fact I thought you guys should know. So, bookish fact number 10. I don't only read books. I knit, I crochet, I quilt, I garden, I bake, I dye yarn, I spin fiber. I'm kind of a jack of all trades and crafts. I'm very spontaneous, so I really don't like sticking with one thing, like, you know, for long periods of time. So my biggest problem in life, and probably what you will hear me gripe about, not having enough time to do all of my hobbies that I love all at once. I think it's very good to have well-rounded hobbies. So if I have TBR, like videos that only have 3 books, or if I have monthly reviews that only have like 5 books I've been able to finish, I just wanted you guys to know where I am. Probably crafting, still in my house, love that introvert life, but yep, it's pretty much where I am. So thank you guys for watching. This was a short video, but I wanted to just kind of get 10 facts out there. I kind of wanted to just sit down and talk to you guys. So if there are any bookish facts or any facts in general you want to tell me about yourself so we can start getting to know each other better in this channel, please leave them down below. again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please like that notification bell. Right now, I'm really just filming a bunch of videos because I have so many things I want to get out there. So I don't know exactly when I'll post, which is why that notification bell comes in handy, because you'll just know on a whim when I've decided to throw up a video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back in a couple of days with another book haul, and until then, bye!